Hey, I heard you're talking shit about my mama, bitch. What's up, everybody? This is Mr.Cygnus, and I'm back. I know it's been actually not a long time. This is the first time I can ever say in the beginning of my audio commentary that it hasn't been a while, because it really hasn't. I was just so happy after my last audio commentary. I got so many positive responses that, man, it just made me really want to start recording a second audio, like, right away. And, man, I'm telling you, I got audio for you guys today that's just gonna blow your mind, dude. I swear to God. I was on the throne, aka the toilet, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, man, I really need new strategy. It would be something hella fun that someone would totally just, like, say, I just lost my train of thought because, I had a lot of coffee and my mind is going in like 30 directions at the same time. Basically, I was just thinking up what would be a tight-ass strategy that, no one would really expect, something really cool. So, anyways, I got something really cool for you guys. You guys are really going to enjoy this shit. This is probably the gayest, most retarded newbie strat I have ever fucking thought of in my whole entire life. And I swear to God, this shit fucking works, dude. You guys are going to see this shit just start smacking your foreheads and, like, smacking your mothers. Because you're going to see this shit go, fuck, man. How does Mr.Cygnus think of this stupid-ass shit? I don't know, man. I'm just telling you guys. I think it's some fucking retarded shit sometimes. But this shit works, dude. So I'm going to put a patent on this crap, because I know as soon as I finish this audio commentary, hella people are going to start using this shit. Even Gosu people are going to start using this shit. And it's hella noob. Oh my God. You guys, this is gonna bring Noob Elf to a whole new level. But anyways, dude, this shit's hella funny. I mean, it works, but if your opponent expects it, it's not gonna work. But I mean, there's not really much they can do about it early game. And basically, I chose to do a couple games today because I got a lot of positive responses from the back-to-back audio commentary from my last one. I'm gonna do back-to-back again, except this time I'm gonna do it versus Undead in the first game and versus Human in the second game. Anyways, the first game is against Force.WeRRa from Clan WeRRa. I guess he's making a new account or something like that from Clan WeRRa. Well, after he met me and I gave him his first loss, I guess he probably ditched the account or whatever. But still, I met him in a tournament, I believe in the finals or something like that. I can't really remember. But anyways, when he saw this strat, he got fucked up. Anyways, the second person was, I think I have 3 replays, and I'm just gonna pick the second one. I guess I'm gonna do it versus 48 Human player in Plunder Isle, another fucking imbalanced ass map for Orc and Human. And basically, I do the same strat, and I own this guy also, so it's pretty damn funny. So let me get this loaded up real quick. Pause at the 15-second mark. I have a reason instead of the 1-minute mark, because in this specific strategy, I'll be doing the Force.WeRRa replay first, I think. I'm going to switch it up, do the Force.WeRRa replay. So pause that at the 15-second mark. That should be, I'll label that as Game 1. Fuck it, why not? Alright, so get Game 1 loaded up at the 15-second mark. And there's going to be a whole different strategy to the build. This is almost going to be like a tavern build, except kind of fucked up. But you'll see why, because this shit is, oh my God, the fastest expansion you can possibly put up in this goddamn game. So I'm getting it paused at the 15-second mark, and we'll talk about a couple things before we actually unpause. So basically, you guys, this strategy works mainly on I built this strategy for Lost Temple, but it can work on Plunder, as you will see in one of those games I have saved for you guys. It can work on Plunder, but I prefer to use it on Lost Temple because there's less of a risk of you getting your expansion rushed. And even if you do get your expansion rushed, it's still going to stand as long as your opponent, you see me, I'm at the top, as long as he doesn't spawn right next to you. And what I mean by right next to me is on the right side. That'd be the right spawning position, as opposed to left or the southern, whatever, You guys get the freaking idea. So anyways, now that the shit's paused at the 15-second mark, you will notice I only have 3 wisps in my gold mine right now, and I have 2 on wood. That's exactly what you want to do at the beginning of the game, because what I'm pumping here for is tree first. I'm going to go tree expansion first. I'll be sacrificing early game gold, but I'll be gaining a shitload of wood. And basically, I'm going to be making a late hero, a very late hero. And it doesn't matter, because this map is so big, you can get away with a late hero, because by the time, let's say you're playing against Undead, or you're playing against Human, or even you can do this versus Elf if you want, but I don't typically do this versus Elf. I haven't really tested it, but it probably can work. I would never do this shit versus Orc, and I'll explain sometime later. But, anyways, so let's get this unpaused in 3, 2, 1, unpause if you want to live. Okay, so anyways, the first wisp that comes out of the tree goes on wood. So now 3 on wood, 3 in the gold mine. The second wisp coming out of my tree is going to be going to the gold mine. So I have 4 on gold mine, 3 on wood. No, actually, my bad. I'm sorry. You know, what the fuck am I talking about? The second one that comes out is going to build a moonwell, and I'm going to queue up an altar to build right after the moonwell is finished. So the third wisp coming out is going to go into the gold mine, and the fourth wisp is going to be going into the gold mine as well. So that would be 3 on wood, 5 in the gold mine. I'm going to sip some of my freaking coffee while we're chilling. Oh shit, that's some fucking strong coffee, man, I'm telling you. Put some hair in your chest. I was just going to put hair in my fucking eyelid. Anyways, now here's the trick. Right after your gold mine is filled up, you're going to want to put that wisp right onto the ramp near your expansion and build your tree right there. You will notice as soon as that wisp gets there, you're going to have exactly 340 gold, 185 wood, which is exactly the correct amount for your tree. So now you have a tree building, and daytime is only halfway over, finished, over, whatever. Altar's building hella slow. I'm going to send out only 1 scout wisp because that's all I need, because I'm not going to be doing any harassing, and there's no need to notify my opponent exactly where I am located on the map. So I'll just get lucky if I do scout him in this left area over here that, you know, he'll say, oh, well, that wisp kind of took a long time to get here. He must be across the map or something. It's going to force him to scout himself. So anyways, most people do scout. They send 1 peon, and they'll walk the peon into your base and go, okay, there's nothing here. There must be something going on this ramp. Well, then they'll see the tree. So what? So they see the tree, kiss my ass, you know. You'll see why they can't stop it. Unless they're right next to you, just call militia and footmen. Run over there. Or, in case they're undead and they run hella ghouls and DK over there. But it's a risk on their part. Alright, so finally my altar's up, and what hero am I building? Oh my fucking god, it's a priestess of the goddamn moon. Mr.Cygnus has lost his goddamn freaking mind. When was the last time you saw Priestess of the Moon versus Undead? Probably never. Well, in this replay, I'm gonna break it down for you guys right now. I'm gonna be going mass hunts this whole game, I swear to god, mass hunts. And you're probably thinking I'm freaking crazy and this is the newbie shit ever. This shit is gonna blow your mind when you see this. It's gonna be so funny, man, because basically I'm gonna own this undead, and he's gonna go fiends, by the way. I have tested this strategy versus Ghoul Guard. It works pretty damn well. I'll save that for another time. I'll let you guys try that out yourself. Right now I'm gonna be going over fiends because you know, I've been seeing a lot of undead players going fiends for some reason lately. And this guy's from Clan WeRRa, and he damn well knows what he's doing, and you'll see in this game how well he does know what he's doing, because he knows, he positions his shit just right and all that stuff. Anyways, okay, so finally the expansion pops up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat a tree, and I'm gonna click on Searing Arrow first. Searing Arrow, because by the time a few hunts start popping out, I'll have level 2 on this Priestess of the Moon anyways. And another thing, say that the DK does come and harass, you can just focus him with a Searing Arrow. It's going to force him to run away, because that shit does a lot of damage early game. Plus another thing is Searing Arrow, because once it's launched it never misses, that shit travels hella far, dude. The range on that is huge. And it does pretty hefty damage. You know, like 41 damage early game. That's pretty damn good. And that'll make that DK run away, because he only has a limited amount of armor. And basically what I do is I focus down the healing merc first. Next thing I do is I focus down the ranged Troll Berserkers next, because they do a lot of damage, certainly a lot more to that tree than that Ogre Mauler does. And the Ogre Mauler die pretty fast. So anyways, I eat a tree, plant it down. I want to get that expansion building up pretty soon. I just let the Ogre Mauler walk into it. You guys get the hang of it. Anyways, here comes my first 2 hunts. Let's say he does DK Ghoul Rush about this point, and, you know, you should probably keep a Wisp handy just to repair your tree, just in case. But anyways, because now I have True Shot Aura and Searing Arrow, and because ghouls have heavy armor, dude, those things go down so fast to focus fire. And because I have 2 racks right now, I'm pumping out hunts hella fast. Anyway, so as my expansion pops up, I've put the blah 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 blah. Talking so fast, I'm getting my lips in the way of my tongue or whatever. I put down a couple ancient protectors. That'll keep your tree pretty damn safe, just in case he decides to rush. Anyways, I do notice he did some fast creeping, so I'm like, alright, cool, drop a ward near the fountain. I have 4 hunts right now. I should have a couple more building up pretty soon. So I do notice he went Fiends, so I'm like, alright, cool, you know, I've never really tried this strat versus Fiends before, but, you know, let's give it a shot anyways. And because Searing Arrow and Hunts do normal damage, you can focus fire Fiends and make them run away pretty damn fast. You just gotta keep an eye on your own Hunts, because they do some pretty heavy damage to your Hunts as well. But, being a half Priestess of the Moon, that's basically like a free upgrade right there, so basically I have upgraded attack Hunts, you know, in the first beginning part of the game. There's nothing he can really do, he's forced to run away. So anyways, I just go ahead and finish off this Troll Berserker real quick. I'm not expecting him to come back and try and counter me, as I can just probably focus his Fiends again, and because my Hunts run so damn fast, and my Priestess of the Moon, he's probably risking getting attacked. So anyways, I got my 5th hunt being popped out right now. I'm just going to go to the center of the map, and I'm going to wait for it to pop out while I heal up real quick. And this is one reason why I like to use this strategy. Works so damn well on this map with this Priestess of the Moon. Because I'm level 2 and I'm about to have 5 hunts, I can basically power creep the shit out of this map so fast. You will see I'm upgrading it to tier 2. I try and get the tier 2 as soon as possible. I did upgrade attack. Oh, excuse me, I'm upgrading armor real quick, just in case I run into Fiends. It'll give me a chance to micro as best as I can, even with a couple seconds lag sometimes during this game. I do have a little bit of lag on Asia. It's alright, no big deal. You know, shit happens. Anyways, basically what I'm doing is I'm targeting the ranged creeps first. That's my goal. Is I'm gonna ignore the overseers and just take out these ranged mercs pretty fast, because they do the most damage to my hunts. And after I'm done with that, I can take care of these overseers pretty damn fast. So I do hit level 3 by taking out the ranged creeps, and now my hunts are doing fat ass damage. And basically I'm healing up while I'm creeping at the same time, which is pretty damn slick. You will notice I have a wisp on the second ramp over there. I'm going to drop another expansion while I can. I was expecting him to be popping up an expansion right about now. I'm probably trying to tower it up. I wasn't too sure, but with Fiends, you don't really normally see undeads expand when they go Fiends for some reason. It's not really necessary. For some reason, they can rape a lot of elf players and not need an expansion. And you guys you guys have probably seen a lot of replays where elves got their ass kicked, even if they have an expansion versus Fiends and stuff. It's pretty crazy. So, you know, you don't want to let them get away with that too much, but that's another story right there. So anyways, I hit level 3. I'm just working on level 4 real quick. I'm going to try and creep out next the Goblin Merchant. You will notice that the DK is doing some fast creeping himself. He already has level 3 as well. Basically what I'm trying to hope for is, you know, this game is pretty much over if I was to get like a Book of the Dead or something like that, or some healing wards. Jeez, come on, give me a break. This game would be in the bag. But unfortunately all I pick up is a mana pot and a health pot. Health pot comes in pretty handy in case I get nuked, but I'm not really too worried about it, because basically what I'm going to be doing is stacking my Priestess of the Moon up with some fat anti-nuke pots and stuff. Health pot, invulnerability pot, scroll protection, scroll of healing. My Priestess of the Moon won't be able to be touched. That's all I'm going to be doing in this game, is trying to rush myself to level 6, because Starfall kicks a major ass. And basically the only counter that the undead has to that is trying to go Crypt Lord 3rd and with Impale. But, you know, I'm all about it. Go for it, dude. I don't give a shit. So anyways, I do notice, I think I noticed that he's coming up to my base. I wasn't too sure, but I am running back there anyways to defend it. So, alright, so he's going to try and creep out the Ogre Lord. So that's a pretty fast creeping job right there. So my expansion popped up on the hill. Right now I do have 1/1 upgraded hunts. I'm on my way to tier 3. And that's basically the whole gist of this strategy, is heading towards tier 3. I'm dropping down a lore right now also, and I'll explain why I do that a little bit later. So anyways, I take my sweet ass time going down there to try and creep check this undead, but I will get there nonetheless, even though he does get the Kagger's Bong of Insight. So he's gonna pick that sucker up, which is pretty nice for undead. That's some more nukage abilities right there, plus some mana for the statues. All good. All good in the hood. Alright, so he TP's out, and I just finish off his creeps real quick. Halfway to level 5. Leave the agility tomb on the floor because that's Gosu. That's what Gosu people do. They always leave their tombs on the floor. I don't know why. Personally, I should have picked it up, but oh well. I didn't see it. Wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about other things like massing hunts. So, alright. 2-1 upgrades. You just keep pumping up the upgrades, keep pumping out the hunts. That's basically what I'm doing. Just waiting on tier 3. Not going to try and attack. Just make sure he doesn't expand. At this point, even if he does expand, I can rush in and use so many hunts. Here's the thing that's really nice about having these mass hunts and Priestess Moon and all that shit, is if he was to expand with that 3-tower expansion that most undead players do, it's really simple to stop because I just run in there with mass hunts. They can't repair their towers, knock down all their towers, TP out, come back later and just finish them off. Good game. Nothing they can do about it. So I just keep mass expanding while I'm cutting him off from his gold, and I can just outproduce him all game. So anyways, I'm coming to expand. Drop the second expansion down, which is pretty nice. He's coming to creep out the second Ogre Lord area. This is one thing that makes using Fiends so nice, is you can power creep so fast and get your heroes up to such a high level that you can just nuke a whole army like it's no problem at all. So anyways, I'm going to head down there, because I was kind of expecting him to be doing that. That's one thing I expected. So, boom, here he is, you know. I catch him. Now, most of you guys are probably thinking, now, what if this undead player, if he was to add, like, you know, some siege damage into his army? That's no problem at all, because one thing that's nice about Priestess of the Moon, if most of you guys didn't know this already, when you go Priestess of the Moon mass hunts versus Priestess of the Moon mass hunts, in Night Elf versus Night Elf, the job of your Priestess of the Moon is to focus fire the glaive throwers, because of the searing arrow damage, and the hero damage really nails any siege weapons really fast. You know, a few hits and it's dead. Well, that's basically what I can do also. If he had a couple meat wagons, all I had to do was dance my hunts around a little bit and just focus fire with the Priestess of the Moon. Those meat wagons would die, no problem. But I don't think he's relying on that. He's just going the standard mass fiends and A-bombs, which you normally see. Mass fiends, A-bombs, sometimes a few destroyers. Destroyers that go down pretty fast too. Priestess of the Moon focus fire as well. That's not really a problem. Plus they don't do shit for damage to hunts because they have unarmored. You know, they don't take any extra from magical damage, so it's pretty nice. So anyways, I know my Priestess is almost level 5, so I'm going to take out a heavier creep and see if I can get a pretty nice item. Just waiting for the glaive upgrade. So finally my tier 3 glaive upgrade is done. And that's basically what I'm going at. And you guys will notice I do have a bear in my army, and there's a reason why I put the bear. Basically, if you guys watched my last audio commentary, you remember I used bear for roar with the archers versus orc. Well, I'm basically use the same thing in this strategy. Basically, I'm going to be going roared, level 3, true shot aura, mass hunts. Basically, by the time I'm done with my 3rd upgrade, which is actually pretty soon, my single hunts will be doing more damage than abominations. Plus, they have splash glaive damage. So anyways, boom. Advanced Strength of the Moon is about to hit pretty soon. I'm just healing up at the Moonwell real quick. He notices my expansion. I'm like, alright, cool. My Priestess of the Moon, basically I'm going back to buy a... I was going to go back and buy a Scroll of Protection, but I don't have the time. So basically, I'm just detonating his army and trying to heal up. I was actually late on upgrading Nature's Blessing. If you notice, I had to cancel Nature's Blessing in order to whatever. I just had to cancel because I thought my tree was going to die. He left it at 33 hit points. Well, you know, I guess he kind of misjudged that. He was probably trying to get that last focus fire in and trying to get position on the hill. That's exactly what he's doing. Basically what he's doing is he's trying to prevent my hunts from running into his back line by taking over the advantage of the hill. And basically, he underestimated the fact that I have tier 3 hunts with full upgrades and roar, doing 40 damage splash. I knew I was in a bad position, but to tell you the truth, I didn't give a rat's freaking ass. I was focus firing his hero with my Priestess of the Moon. You will notice he was forced to use an invulnerability pot in order to save his DK, because my Priestess of the Moon was doing like, let's see, it's calculate right now. I have level 2 Searing Arrow, adds another 20 damage, 40, 50, 60, 70, 82 damage per shot. Finally hit level 6. That's basically why I fought that battle. I wanted to hit level 6. With level 6, I'm going to have a huge advantage because I noticed he doesn't have a third hero to stop my Starfall. This guy's probably never seen tier 3 hunts in his life versus Night Elf and Undead. So this is very rare indeed. I'm just focusing down more Fiends and keep production going. I don't care if I lose hunts because I know he has no expansion. I have 2 expansions, 3 on the way, and I just got I can just keep pumping out as many as I want, like just insane amount of gold. So I'm gonna go back to the center of the map, just heal up real quick, just wait for the disease cloud to wear off. It doesn't really matter. Disease cloud really affects bears though, and tier 3 units because they have heavy armor. I don't know why, but for some reason, any kind of magical or spell damage does more. Or whatever, that's a stupid comment. You guys already know, of course, spell and magical damage affect heavy armored units more. So anyways, I'm back at the shop picking up a scroll of protection, scroll of healing. Then I'm going to go meet up with my army in the center of the map. Then I'm going to head off to his base and just finish him off. Pumping out a few more hunts, just upgrading advanced moon armor. So my hunts will have 8 armor with the roar, they'll be doing 40%. They'll be doing 40 splash damage. So that's basically the gist of this strategy. It's freaking insane. I was just really proud of myself when I thought of this shit. I was like, dude, this is like the noobest shit, but it works so goddamn well. So this is basically a little fun strategy you guys can put into your arsenal of fun strategies to use versus people and keep them on their toes. Because even if here's the little thing, if they go Ghoul Garg, I'm going to tell you guys right now, archers with Roar and level 3 True Shot Aura do 45 frickin' damage, and that's a bitch load. I would say about two archers focus firing 1 Garg would kill it in about 2 hits. I mean, Gargs would be dropping so fast, and because you have so many hunts, ghouls would be dropping like little shits, man. I mean, 40 damage splash, ghouls would be dropping so fast. Coil and AoE heal won't do a goddamn thing to it. I already owned one pretty high level undead player in this map doing this strategy, and he went Ghoul Garg as well. I just added a bear. I also added a couple dryads for slow, so it went pretty damn well. Added a few Druid of Talon as well, but it's not really necessary. Basically, now I'm at his main base right now. I'm going to try and drop a Starfall as fast as possible because I know about now this guy's smart enough to get a Crypt Lord, so I'm going to try and get the Starfall going. So if he's forced to TP in, he's going to be TPing in right into my freaking Starfall. So he doesn't have a TP. I bet he's probably thinking about buying one, but it would be pretty dumb because he'd TP right into this fat Starfall and be taking mass damage. So instead, he's going to run up the ramp and probably try and impale my Priestess of the Moon, stop the Starfall, then try and defend his base. So if focus fire his hall first. So basically, he's crippled. He can't do shit. Starfall's doing insane damage to those buildings. So he works over with the impale. I focus fire that altar real quick, so he can't revive any heroes. Then I just engage right now. So I cast Roar real quick, scroll of protection. Now my hunts are doing 40 splash damage with 10 armor. Priestess of the Moon is about to hit level 7, and as soon as Priestess of the Moon hits level 7, she's gonna be doing like 40, 60, 70, 90 hero damage, or like 60 hero damage, 30 spell, whatever, you know. It's just insane. Focus firing A-bombs, they're gonna go down so fast using Priestess of the Moon. Priestess of the Moon does mass damage right now, look at that shit. And because I have 2 healing pots, I don't even need to use them this game. There's just no stopping this fool. So anyways, Force.WeRRa leaves, doesn't even give me a good game. I wouldn't give myself a good game either. After playing versus this shit, I'd be pretty pissed off myself. Anyways, that was basically game 1, which is pretty fun. I'm gonna stretch out, give myself a little breather. Let's go a little overview for a second. Drink some of this fucking coffee. Whew. Well, that was pretty damn funny. Being able to beat an undead player's ass who's really good using just hunts and Priestess of the Moon with one bear. Pretty ridiculous. I'm sure that, you know, hunters are very underestimated, and that's probably why he decided to fight that battle in the hill. Because he's probably so used to fighting tier 1/tier 2 hunts, which die so fast and don't deal that much damage later in the game, that he thought he could probably take me. But he was probably surprised out of his ass when my tier 3 hunts beat his ass up the hill, and they made him run his ass all the way home because it was doing some insane damage. So that was pretty damn fun. Anyways, let's get the second game loaded up. I'm going to do it versus Cosmata E Blue or something like that. So he's like a level 48 human player, and he does something a little different this matchup also. Let's get this replay paused at the 1 minute mark. I'll give you a brief overview. This guy's level 48. I've played him before. He beat me. I went Warden, typical bear BS crap. He beat me with an Archmage. This game, he's going to be going a Mountain King. Now that's something actually not too uncommon on this map sometimes, going to Mountain King. A lot of human players don't like to use Mountain King because it denies the creeping ability, and it denies the fast creeping ability, and it denies some nice meat shield mid-late game with the water elementals, plus retraining to Blizzard. It's actually, to tell you the truth, if you're really go-to, you know, of course you can hold off from being harassed and stuff, but a Mountain King is almost a guaranteed hero kill early game because every freaking elf harasses early game. They come with that DK, they come with that Demon Hunter, they come with that Warden, and all of a sudden, oh, Militia Call, boom, Stormbolt to the face, surround, good game, use your TP or die, which most smart people will just let their hero die. It's not worth it wasting your 350 gold. So Mountain King, you know, will prevent you from being harassed. A little bit later into the early game, you'll have enough of your own footmen that you can just bolt around without any militia at all. So let's just get this replay unpaused in 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alright, Plunder Isle. Bitch ass map for human and orc. Pretty damn lame. Well, anyways, you will notice that I'm doing the same damn build order that I did last game, except this time I'm putting my tree life up on the hill, as opposed to, you guys watched my orc commentary when I built it on the other side. It's actually a little better when you're gonna have some nice early game meat shield like the hunts and Priestess of the Moon. You can stop any footman harass, so you can put it on the hill. It's a little easier to defend. And plus, it's you don't get any poison damage on your hunts, which is a real bitch. You want to save your moonwells as much as possible. All right, so same build order going on. This guy's, you know, doing a pretty typical human wall-in build. He's got his footman out. He's, looks like he's going a later hero also. I'm not really too sure. I don't really pay attention to human builds, but usually an Archmage pops out the same time as a couple of footmen, so I wouldn't really say. Well, yeah, this is a pretty late hero build for a human. So he's actually getting some nice early game gold and wood as well. So, and plus, you're not going to really need an early game hero with a Mountain King, because you want a few footmen to tank for you, and you don't want to take too much damage. There's no point in spending 100 gold only to heal a few units. So, alright, you know, most human players as well always fast expand on this map because it's pretty hard to stop, because of the hill, and because of water elementals, militia that can focus fire your hero pretty easy. Even with a Demon Hunter or a Warden, at most you're gonna maybe get a peasant kill or two, and that's versus a really, really good player. So he is scouting me right now with one militia. He will notice I do have 2 AOWs down. This is probably something he does see very often, to stop fast expansion. So he's probably expecting like a Warden and maybe some early game hunts. And because there's 2 AOWs down, he's really not expecting a fast expansion like I just did, so he's not too worried about that. If he was expecting a fast expansion, he might have tried to attack it, but who knows. So anyways, militia focusing down, this is the standard shit. Except he's doing it with a MK, so he's going to pick up some nice early game stuff. So anyways, Priestess of the Moon comes out. I'm just walking my tree over. It is nighttime now. Just click nighttime so I can eat a tree and not have to worry about those creeps focus firing my tree before he actually gets there. So I'm going to eat that tree and stand behind with my Priestess of the Moon. Of course, I click Searing Arrow first. So I'm going to take out that Ogre Magi first. And just let my tree tank for a little bit. So he is waiting at his hill. And this is pretty smart, actually. He's probably expecting Warden Hunt's pretty damn soon. So he's just he's building a tower first. This is actually sneaking ahead of time. This is pretty damn smart of him. Although it would have been nice for him to scout my expansion for the hell of it, because you never know. But he, as I said before, he saw 2 rack hunts. He wasn't expecting this crap. So anyways, my first hunt pops out. Priestess of the Moon. Almost level 2. Be careful, please. Don't let your tree take the last hit, or you won't get any experience for the kill. And that would suck major ass. So I get 9 gold. Should have hit level 2. I don't know, whatever. So, anyways, I'm not level 2 yet, but I do have a couple hunts. So he does notice that I haven't come to his expansion yet, and his tower is almost done. So now he's going to come see what the F is going on. So he's going to come harass me real quick. Maybe he can get a hero surround, or maybe a hunt kill, or maybe catch me creeping and get some archers or something. Not sure. Maybe he went clap first. Maybe he went Stormbolt. You never know. But he's actually doing the smart thing. I think he's heading straight for my expansion right now. I'm going to creep up in this little creep in the corner. Maybe I get an agility boots. It should be pretty slick. But I just get the ogre strength gloves or whatever. I'm going to heal up real quick. Hit level 2, which is pretty nice. Would be a good idea for me to start upgrading pretty soon. I do notice he is attacking my expansion. He's going to probably get those wisps first, but gold mine just finished. So now he's going to focus my gold mine. Excuse me. Move my headset real quick. That's actually a smart thing to do, because to tell you the truth, he's going to force me to make my wisp to go out of the gold mine. And he can't take down my tree with that many foots. It's just impossible. So he's going to try to take out my gold mine, which is pretty smart. So, I do arrive in time. I have Priestess of the Moon hunts. Sorry, I moved my headphones again. These things are annoying. He's forced to TP out. So he did take out the gold mine. That was actually a pretty good move. He lost only 1 footman, but he denied me my early game golds, and now he has the gold advantage. It's a toss-up whether to do this replay or the one before, the other game that I included with this little replay pack. Now, most of you guys are probably thinking, well, he sees him going hunts and Priestess of the Moon. Why doesn't he just go slow, mortars, and rifles? Well, there's a reason. Now, the guy in the other replay did go mortars. He actually tried to engage me with footmen, mortars, and rifles. But here's the thing: because mortars are heavy armor, and they have low hit points, my Priestess of the Moon just killed him so fast. And because I had so many hunts, the glaive splash damage just ripped apart those mortars and rifles hella fast, dude. It was just ridiculous. And because I had so many hunts, even though he had slow, that can't affect my whole army. So basically, he had to resort to like a surprise mortar attack, like attacking one expansion with mortars while he's attacking my other one with his regular army, and forcing me to choose which expansion I wanted to save. But basically, here's the thing you can do versus mortars. If you do notice that he does, like if they do an invisible mortar attack or something, if they sneak mortars into your base, all you really have to do is just uproot your tree, and that should save you a lot of time. Just eat a tree with your main hall tree to recover some health, and just try and tell your tree to attack their mortars. Should buy you a lot of time. So basically, that saved me from losing my tree while doing this Priestess of the Moon retarded shit. Alright, so he's going to attack me right now. I need to heal up with these hunts. I don't want to lose any hunts right now. And he's going to try and... I don't know what he's doing right now. I can't remember if he tries to attack my main. And it's probably not a smart idea to be attacking me with level 2 Mountain King and Foots. But then again, this guy's level 48 in Asia. He should know what the hell he's doing. He must be scouting. Whatever. He probably doesn't care because he has an expansion up. And he's towered the shit out of his expansion also, which is actually a pretty smart move, because Hunt's going to have a hard time focusing those guard towers. But surprise, surprise, Priestess of the Moon does a shitload of damage to those towers. They have heavy armor. Priestess of the Moon rapes them so hard. Plus the splash damage from the hunts makes it so they can't repair it with that speed repair or whatever. So that's actually really effective. Priestess of the Moon mass hunts, believe it or not, at tier 3 can take out those towers expansions pretty fast. But instead, I'm going to creep up real quick, see if I can get some a nice lucky item from this Ogre Lord. Pick up Scroll of Healing, Scroll of Protection, and he's playing it pretty smart here. He's playing it pretty safe. I don't know what he's teching to. He's getting oh, that's right. He's getting casters and rifles and some footmen. He's got one tower at his main. It's pretty well protected. He has militia. He's probably not too worried. I'm dropping a second expansion down because I can. So anyways, I'm back at the Goblin Merchant. It's gonna sell that. I'm gonna sell that lightning orb, whatever thing. Don't really need that. Kill off a hunt because it's weak, and because I'm gonna have so much gold intake, it doesn't matter. I don't have any moon juice, so I can't really heal up that hunt anyways. So I'm just gonna kill it off. It's no big deal. Again, I'm waiting on tier 3. I'm a little slower on tier 3 this game, but that's alright. I should be dropping down a lore pretty soon, but I'm not. So I'm a little behind in this game. I think this was an earlier game than the game I did before, so I was pretty new to this strategy. Never really tried it out much, but it still works pretty damn well. So he does focus fire that one hunt, so I run that out of the way. He storm bolts it, so I force him to expose his back lines. He does go clap second, which is nice. Unfortunately, he does call militia, and I don't realize this until it's too late. So he does have an Archmage, and he does go Blizzard second. Now Blizzard or Water Elemental, it's kind of you know, I don't know which one would be better versus strategy. Probably Blizzard because my hunts are all clapped up. But I do hit level 5, which is pretty damn sweet. So now my hunt's doing fat damage, but I am noticing that right now I'm getting rear-ended. So I need to TP out and just try and heal up, and now I'm pretty much screwed. I realize that, okay, I'm going to lose my expansion now. So I kill off that other hunt and make room for a couple more. I'm going to upgrade attack, and now I'm about to research upgrade the moon glaives so they do splash damage, and he's going to tower up my expansion. So now I'm like, shit, those towers are going to pop up and I'm not going to be able to stop those with these hunts, because I need to wait for the glaive upgrade real quick. So I'm like, alright, so I'm about to lose my expansion. You know, that's not too good. So, not looking good right now. He's doing a really smart thing by doing that. You know what he could also do is, after he takes out my expansion, put his own town hall there, because he's got so much defense now. So, you know, I'm just gonna say screw it. I'm gonna let that one go. I'll come back to that later. Right now, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't have an expansion in that corner where I have my own. I'm gonna fill up my own gold mine. What I was aware of is later I'm gonna upgrade Nature's Blessing like I did last game, and I'm just gonna walk my tree over to those towers, and I'll let that tank for my hunts and Priestess of the Moon, if need be, if the game goes that long. So I'll scout out. I say, alright, cool, he hasn't expanded there. Not only has he not expanded, he hasn't creeped, so he can't just drop an expansion anytime he wants. I got hunts 2 upgrade, 1 defense. I'm upgrading 2/2 right now. He is running militia up to that expansion, so he is going to actually expand there. So he's got level 3 Mountain King, level 1 Archmage. Right now with my Priestess of the Moon, what I was trying to do is I was going to run past here, see how many towers he has in his base. And I say, alright, he has 3 towers and a TP, and he's got rifles, casters, and footmen. So I was thinking, it's not really a good idea that I attack this. So I buy a Scroll of Protection. I attack the Ogre Lord, so I'm going to force them to wake up, which means they're going to come over here and mess with this town hall for a minute, which is going to scare them into thinking I'm attacking his town hall. But they kind of ignore that, and they go for me still. So I'm like, alright, that sucks. So anyways, I do notice he's attacking my expansion. I don't want that to die, so actually I'm going to TP in as far as I can reach up to his back line. You will notice, boom, I drop right here. Kill off that hunt. We saw how fast that hunt died. Now I'm focus firing. He loses another rifle pretty quick, so he's forced to run. He knows, shit, you know, I can't stop this crap. There's hella hunts right there. So anyways, I don't have a lure this game, so I didn't get a bear which is all good, because I didn't think about that till later, actually. So he's going to try and slow me down with the Mountain King. I'm like, fine, slow me down with the Mountain King. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't know what he's doing there. The Mountain King's pretty slow. So I'm like, alright, cool. I'm just going to follow him all the way to his main. And what I was doing by this, I was hoping he didn't have like 40 towers in his base. Then I would have been forced to go back and try and clear out that other expansion. But I do notice, oh sweet, he only has one freaking tower. And I'm almost level 6. So I'm like, cool, I'm going to take out this exposed altar right now. So if his hero dies, he's screwed. Now, alright, so now he's like, okay, I don't want to lose that tower, so I'm going to back off these hunts right here. He blizzards basically nothing. And I lose a hunt. And now I'm like, alright, cool, I take out the altar. Now I'm going to start attacking his heroes. So I focus fire his hero with my Priestess of the Moon. Drop my Scroll of Protection. Let the AoE heal, because I'm going to use my Scroll of Healing pretty soon. Focus down that Priest. Focus down his Archmage. Basically, right now, I'm almost level 6. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. Something die, please. Alright, sweet. Now I noticed that he's already used his Stormbolt earlier. I'm just waiting for him to use it again. I'm like, alright, come on, use it. He's not going to... He Stormbolts a hunt, so I'm like, sweet. I was waiting for that. The dumbest thing. That's exactly what I was waiting for him to do, is to Stormbolt something so I can go ahead and drop Starfall. So I drop Starfall, and look, all his shit dies. He loses both his heroes. He loses all his rifles. I take out that tower as soon as possible. And now his whole main base is exposed. He has no altar. He can't revive. It's going to force him to build an altar at one of his expansions. By the time he does that, I'm going to have enough hunts. Right now he's typing something in Korean. Something like, hey, fuck you, or you're hell that goes to Mr.Cygnus, or I've never lost this kind of shit, or son of a bitch, or suck my ass. Something probably bad-mannered. And that's why a lot of people say that Asia's not bad-mannered, because they probably can't read it anyways. But anyways, so he's trying to make more rifles. I lose a hunt. I was pretty ticked about that. I lose 2 hunts. I was pretty pissed about that also. But hey, here comes another hunt as a backup. Here comes another hunt also. I focus down his rifles. So basically, yeah, he does have 2 expansions left. The game is pretty much over. So he types GG and leaves. Pretty smart thing to do, because I just wait for Starfall to finish again, and I would attack whatever expansion he decided to put his altar at, and just let Starfall own the shit out of everything. So basically, that's how I won that game, is actually by, not losing my cool when I realized that there's mass towers, but just go up and try and finish it off and use your head as much as possible. Yeah! Oh, hell yeah! Be right back. This is my little brother. His name is Pimp Chief Running Bear.
Hi. Bitches.
Hell yeah, what a true little pimp! This guy's a little funny shit. So thanks everybody for listening to my audio commentary. Big shout out to all you guys out there who always post. I do see you. Appreciate the good posts and the good comments, guys. Be sure to check out all the other commentators also of the site. There's some pretty good replays and stuff. I hear there's going to be some new article staff, people writing some articles up pretty soon. Be sure to check those out. I know a lot of you guys don't like to come to a Warcraft site to read stuff, but sometimes you can learn a lot and actually get a few good laughs also. There should be a really, really good article by Blue Dot coming out pretty soon. We've been kind of working on it a little bit. Well, not we, but he has. I just gave him a couple ideas, I guess. And that article is going to be really damn good. So I'm a really big fan of Blue Dot. He writes some really awesome columns and stuff, or he did when he used to do that stuff. But we'll see what's up with that. Thanks, guys, for all the comments. Stay cool. Good luck in your games, and I'll see you next time.